Hey everybody, it's Ad the Red, and welcome back to Sunrider, now Mask of Arcadius. After the hideous debacle that has forever scarred my memory, we're now on to the second chapter of the Sunrider story, at long last. And it would appear things are very much not where I left them. Anyway, also to report, I have gone back to the original recording software, and that seems to be working again. After, for some reason, the audio glitches I was hearing did in fact show up in the recording during the final battle of First Arrival. I don't know what's causing that. It wasn't happening when I first started testing it, so I don't know. For now, I'm just going to stick with this until I can figure out what was causing that. But anyway, moving on. Yeah. Begin first commander's log. It has been months since we've been removed on this godforsaken place. Day by day, the crew's discipline begins to decay. I feel the chain of command dissolving with each day. I can see it in the eyes of the crew. The chances of a rescue are remote. Some of the rowdiest of our crew have even suggested starting a settlement here, so far away from the raiment of civilization. I fear it is only a matter of time until we lose all control over the crew and we have to have a mutiny in our hands. Until then, I, First Officer Ava Crescentia, will do my best to maintain order. Even if... Hey, Ava, what you doing over here? Gert. Alright, so I think my predispositions were incorrect. It's still Commander Crescentia, Saga. But the captain said no ranks while on vacation. Yeah, okay. No. Oh my. It seems like they've gotten bigger again. My bikini strap's gonna burst at this rate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Please go away. Yeah. Put those away. Oh my. Are you scared of my rockets? Just say breasts. I mean, yeah. I get that it's a joke because she said rocket or just rockets before, but you know, whatever. Maybe if you just attach some more armor to your rider, you wouldn't have to live in constant fear of rockets. What did you say? Oh, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to make myself so huge that I'm mistakenly mated by a space whale. And I haven't even begun to talk about that monstrosity of a rider you have. What? You... Haha. What's the matter? Lost your cool, soldier boy? Permission to engage, Commander. Mercenary scum! Yeah! Haha, too slow as usual. Oh my, Chigara. You still got so much catching up to do until you can compete with me? Regardless, no. You stop fucking with Chigara. You leave her alone, you horrid person. The captain's not interested in those things. The captain's not interested in those things. The captain's not interested in those things. God, you're adorable. Hurt. Hey, Ava, so is it true that you made out with the captain while you were in junior high? Armor! Speed! Armor! Speed! Poor Ava. Yeah! Fatality. Very well timed comment from Zola. Captain, I must protest the decision to grant the crew extended shore leave during these pressing times. Ava. After that battle at Farport, I think everyone deserves a rest. Besides, the main PACT fleet's been dealt a decisive blow. With the debris of PACT's capital ships in orbit around Farport, the remainder of the war will be fought in the neutral rim and not in Alliance space. We put PACT on the defensive and saved a few billion lives in the process. I think that calls for a bit of celebrating, don't you? After what I had to risk just to get here, no, I don't think so. Those results were only possible through constant vigilance, Captain. We cannot afford to let our guard down merely because we have won the first battle of the war. I have to agree. Although I do say morale is still very useful, so maybe this is... yeah, I don't know, whatever. PACT fleets are still vast and mighty. Culm was a mere fool. Arcadius isn't. PACT will be back. Ava, out of all the people on board this ship, you need to break the most. When was the last time you did something fun? Fun? Yes. Fun. But the paperwork can wait. Buy yourself a swimsuit, get some drinks, make some mistakes. She's gonna make one now if she listens to you, I think. That's an order. Absolutely unbelievable. It must be strange to be on a mixed-sex ship. Eh? What do you mean? In the Alliance, all ships are single-sexed. Wait, really? That... You know, for a futuristic society, that seems kind of backwards and primitive. But, you know, whatever. So I came from... Maybe I'm just a little too liberal-minded, I don't know. So I came from a ship where all my subordinates and superior officers were all female. I never knew the Alliance did things that way. Such measures were adopted to enforce discipline. I wonder if Leto Atreides made the decision. Duh. And does it? Heh. Anyways, I can't believe all this stuff's all in one station. The Lydia is one of the biggest resort space stations in Alliance space. With over 100 acres of beach and forest, it's the ideal place for a vacation. Why aren't you just a regular saleswoman? Just another one of the Alliance's cutting-edge technologies. Ha ha ha. Huh, the commander's been gone for a long time. You suppose she finally cracked? Huh, maybe she's hiding inside of a cove somewhere pretending to give orders to a bunch of hermit crabs. You know, I could almost see that. Ahem. We're back with some more food. Whoa, who's that babe with you, Captain? Deeper down the ranking Chigara goes. Aw. Attention all hands, it has come to my attention that the captain wishes to see us rested up for the battles to come. While it is my desire to run a tight ship, sometimes exceptions must be made for the good of the crew. So let's crack open this bottle already and get this over with. Wah! Well, that took care of the food. Now I wonder who I should talk with. Chigara first. Ah, Captain. Setting up the grill? Alright, that was... Yes, working my hands always was my thing. I haven't used a real grill in ages. I can't wait to try it out. I hope it doesn't disappoint. Are you working on anything else interesting, Chigara? Ah, yes, I am. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to set up my bakery on board the Sunrider yet. To make up for the lack of necessary supplies, I've been working on inventing a fully operational food replicator. Earl Grey. Halt. I'm sorry. It's still in the experimental stages, but just the other day I did manage to replicate a gelatinous cube which had the unmistakable taste of pain de chocolat. I don't know. That's good. It's a huge breakthrough in replication technology. Nobody's been able to replicate edible food in centuries. If the technology could be mastered, I could open an entire chain of bakeries throughout the galaxy. I could even provide my pastries straight to any home kitchen. That's always been your dream, huh? Yes, Captain. You're an awful far away from being a bakery girl right now, though. Yes. Even if I could do so many of the things, I've always wanted to open a bakery. I guess I prefer a quiet and peaceful life over galactic heroics, Captain. I've always imagined that I'd set up a shop in a quaint little neighborhood. All the kids would run to it during lunchtime for the pastries. In the afternoon, the neighborhood ladies would come by to buy pastries for their families, and I'd be at the counter all day, smiling and waiting for the next customer. We'll live up above the store on the second floor, and eventually we'll even have little children running around to carry on the business. Whoa, I think you're getting a little too lost in your fantasies here. You might want to snap out of it. That's getting a bit too, yeah. I do think she's realized. Please ignore that last bit, Captain. Really? Captain, please forget what I just said. But it was such a nice story. No, I was just lost too deep in my fantasy. No, not that it was a fantasy. I mean... She'll just pat Chigara on the head. Don't worry, Chigara. I know. I'll just go back to work now. No, who should I talk with? Well, that was eventful. Saga, and then I'll check the recording time. I didn't actually check to see when I should call this. So. Oh, how's it going, Captain? It's nice to be out here for a change. I never knew stuff like this even existed, man. I definitely should have left Aravia early if I know the stuff the rest of the galaxy had. Always been being cooped up on the Star Palace is so boring, nothing but dry lessons and old geezers. How did you learn to pilot like that anyways? I snuck in some time with the simulator at Chigara's lab, but I guess I was good at that sort of thing from the start. I read a long time ago all Raivian girls had to learn how to pilot. The greatest pilot in the Empire was called the Shar. It's kind of a mix between the word princess and destiny. In other words, it was the fate of all Raivian girls to become fierce warriors who defended the Empire. I can get behind that. I remember reading something about that too. In fact, the practice was so long-lived that most fighter pilots in the former Arabian territories are still female. Oh boy. In fact, we have a resident expert who could tell us much more about this. It is as the saga speaks. In my time, princes sought to wed only the most deadly and graceful Shar. Good taste. It was the dream of every girl to master the art and wed the most well-bred prince. Naturally, the Shar's genes were consummated into the royal line. Her abilities were further augmented through genetic engineering. I imagine the Raivian bloodline still carries some of the genes of the Shar, even millennia after my time. Further, I believe some of the engineered genes may have passed through the ages of the current Raivian royals as well. Then it's no coincidence that Asaga's our best pilot. All this stuff was just boring text in the books the maesters would force me to read. I never thought any of it mattered. Our riders were obsolete. We had no space fleets. Anyway, that's enough boring stuff. We're on the beach. Let's have fun. Oh, by the way, do you have a girlfriend, Captain? Whoa, that's... yeah, that's a bit sudden. I'm not sure what you're prying. Me? No, I don't. Are you sure? Jeez, you're creepy. Positive, I'm afraid. I see. I wonder why not. War has hardened his heart. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You know, a girlfriend would really help you relax. You need some love in war, Captain. Men seek affection in times of peril. Why does it feel like I'm being ganged up on here? I can't say I have much time to consider things like that between keeping all of you safe. I have responsibility to all of you. Protecting all of you is much more important than thinking of myself. Just the kind of answer I was expecting. You never disappoint, Captain. Wahahaha. I'm glad, I think. Now, who should I talk with? You know what? I'll say Ikari and Kriska. But first, I want to check the... yeah, okay. First, I want to check the recording time, and... one second. Yeah, okay. I'm going to call this episode here, and I'll see you next time.